Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Losing your job or your romantic partner is, of course, painful. Well, here are some thoughts on how to prevent and to cope with such a loss. Let's start with losing your job. Let's start with preventing. Put yourself in the boss's shoes. Would you be tempted to let you go? If that's more than minimally likely, why? Your quality of work, your work ethic, your bad attitude, office politics? What if you're not sure? Review your previous performance evaluations. How often do you get praised as opposed to criticized? How often are you given good assignments? What's the vibe that you get from boss, coworkers, and supervisees? And is this all getting better or worse? Do you want to talk with your boss about it? For example, you might say, "As you know, I enjoy working for you and want to be sure I'm doing all I can to be a worthy employee. Is there anything more or different that you'd like me to do, for example, to make your life easier?" So now, is there anything you want to do about your situation? Like, take steps to improve the quality of your work ethic, or your attitude. Learn a new key skill. Apply for other jobs in or outside your organization. Confidentially query your network. Make plans for self-employment. If you think you're overpaid relative to your peers or your productivity, do you want to offer to take a pay cut? Do you want to cut back your spending? Now, let's assume you've been terminated. How to rebound? First of all, mindset may matter. Could getting terminated ultimately be for the best? Believing that there is a better job out there for you? That you could use a little time to reflect on what the hell you really want to do with your life? Some of my clients need to grieve, to process the loss, and that's especially likely if the termination is part of a pattern of a person's setbacks. But other clients have found that grieving the loss actually made moving forward more difficult. The self-recrimination, the anger, the worries, they all tend to become more branded in their brain, remaining top of mind. While everyone is different, you might try pushing yourself to move forward right away. If that fails, you can always revert to more grieving. To get started, make a list of baby steps forward, and then start with the easiest step, or the most fun step, or the most preliminary step. For example, you might work on your LinkedIn profile or your resume. Working on that can remind you of all that you bring to the table and give you something to show to your network and to employers. Or would you rather start by reaching out to the person in your network you'd most like to talk with? Or to take a couple of days for pure pleasure with a promise to yourself that right after, you are going to find a better job. "Oh, show 'em," you'll say to yourself. To keep you moving forward, would it help to do it solo or having a loving taskmaster, maybe a friend or a professional coach? Now let's turn to losing your romantic partner. Here, first, let's talk about preventing that. First, appraise the relationship. Rate yourself and your partner on sexual compatibility, out-of-bed compatibility, the percentage of the time that you're glad you're in the relationship, and the likelihood of you being happier on your own or in finding a better relationship. A word about the solo option. The norm is to be coupled, but don't succumb to external pressure. At this point in life, at least, would the wise one within you be solo for a while? Or would you search for deep love? Or have a casual relationship or two? If you decide you want to try to maintain or grow a current relationship, what's one or more things you want to do? Pledge to listen better? State your needs? Be a more generous lover? At least slightly improve your bad habit, whether it's reliability, cleanliness, substance abuse, whatever. Might you want to share your goal with your partner and ask how he or she feels about your doing that? And is there something that he or she wants to do differently to nurture the relationship? And would the two of you do better if a trusted friend or a counselor facilitated the discussion? Now let's turn to rebounding. What if you've been dumped irretrievably? If deep down you know you'd like to be in another relationship, as when losing the job, most of my clients have found that rather than sit on the sidelines grieving the loss, they're happiest if they quickly take baby steps forward. Should you ask your friends and relatives to set you up? Create an honest dating app profile and reach out to people who strike you as likely even better than the fool who dumped you? Consistent with COVID restrictions, go to some live event at which you could picture your romantic partner attending? Maybe a particular class or a professional conference. Also, think about whether you want to be the same or different in your next relationship. For example, you might want to be more sharing or more low maintenance. You might want to be more giving or less so. You might want to have stronger or looser boundaries. You might want to be more of a grown-up or more childlike. Write your plan and keep it prominently on your desk, on your bathroom mirror, even as your computer screen's wallpaper. We may not be able to prevent or easily cope with getting dumped, but I hope that these ideas will help. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like you to hit the share button below, share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.